Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pepe Reviews. Oh, for tonight's delectations we have a beer by Anheuser-Busch, or Goose Island, who are now owned by Anheuser-Busch. That's not to hold it against them, because Bourbon County style was amazing when I tried it. And this is Pepe Nero from 2013. This is a Belgian-style farmhouse ale. 6.4% and develops in the bottle for up to 5 years, it says, and it's bottle conditioned, obviously. So let's crack this fellow on open. I'm a huge fan of American-style farmhouse ales. You might remember I had Pretty Things Ale Projects, Jack Dore, their Saison, and I find it delectable. I like the kind of the sour tartness, but also the spicy Saison flavours you get from American farmhouse yeast. I think they do have Brett usually, usually in them henceforth the tart flavours. Excuse me. That's better. Now, that is a complete surprise. That is a stock. That's like a just about see-through ruby. Almost black, to be honest. That's not what I was expecting. And you can see it's got a coffee-coloured head on it as well, like a nice dark tan colour. Laces wonderfully, nice foamy head on the top of that. And that is the complete surprise. I haven't done any research like I normally don't on these beers, because kind of spoils the fun, really. But Belgian-style farmhouse brewed with peppercorns. Belgian-style farmhouse ale brewed with peppercorns. There you go. So maybe the peppercorns have dyed it pitch black, or maybe it's just the malt they're using. But usually, farmhouse saison, I'm expecting something a bit straw-coloured. Farm-style ale, yeah. Belgian-style farmhouse. Interesting. So let's go for a nose and see what we smell. Does smell quite peppery. Surprise, surprise. It's got an acetic, particularly kind of acetic acid smell, like a prickly sour note on the nose. And a little bit smoky, like bacony as well. It's not a typical, what I would call Brett smell, the kind of funky horse blanket, lemony tones. It's definitely more acetic and it's an acidic nose as opposed to a kind of funked up nose, which again is interesting and what I wasn't expecting. And it kind of dominates the nose, to be honest. I might even be smelling, I want to say I'm smelling something sweet like chocolate underneath it, but the acetic smell just kind of overpowers it, really. The vinegary notes. Still, it's got a little bit of spice on it too. You can just say it just kind of twinges my nostrils a little bit, like it is pepper, really. So, cheers everyone, let's give this a try. Wow, it's quite a complex beer. I'm getting a lot of chocolate and coffee. Chocolate, coffee and roast at the beginning, and then I'm getting a sour note in the middle. That acidic flavour, just a little tart sourness after the initial onrush of flavours, which is definitely more akin to a porter or a stout, and with the flavour, so they've been using dark malts in it, perhaps in Carafa, something like that. I'm guessing from Belgium it will be probably something more like Carafa. You're getting a bit of dark fruit, a bit of coffee, a bit of chocolate, a sweeter chocolate though. It's quite sweet in that sense. Then it gets quite sour and acidic in the middle, and then just as it filters out, just as the flavours go a bit sparse at the end, you just get a prickle of spice, a little bit of just tongue sensation, a little bit of something, a little bit of spice on the tongue. But like I said, very complex. Completely not what I was expecting at all. Although Pepe Nero, duh, should have guessed it was going to be black. But, you know, just assumed not. And you know what, I really quite like it actually. I was watching a video by Real Ale Craft Beer / Real Ale Guide, if you knew him back in the day. And he tried a Sour Imperial Stout by Durham. I can't remember, Diabolos I think might be the name. So an Imperial Stout that's been soured, and I've tried Black Metal by Jester King, and wasn't a huge fan of it. I often think that the roasted barley flavours sometimes need a bit of body, a bit of unctuousness, because if you're going to get sweet flavours, you're going to get chocolate and coffee. I like a good mouthfeel, and when you tend to funk something up, they attenuate. They get rid of a lot of sugars that are in the beer because these bacteria can eat up all the sugars that yeast can't, and they tend to get very weak in mouthfeel. They get quite watery, shall we say. This one doesn't. It still remains quite medium-bodied and chunky, but I'm definitely getting a sour note in the middle. So I guess as you let it age and develop a bit more, it might get a little bit lighter in body, but more carbonation, I suppose. But I like it a lot. I do quite like it. It's very interesting. It's very different. It isn't what I was expecting, and I like it because of that. I can't really pick any particular faults with it either, except that I don't really have a yardstick to judge it by. All I can say is, judging by other beers that I drink, I'd have this again, certainly, so it's definitely above a 7 out of 10, but it's not one of my favourite styles. I don't think I'd come back to it again and again. For some reason, I'm not, the sour note going with those roasted malt flavours just isn't a combination that is absolutely slapdash amazing. As you can probably tell from my reaction, I still think it's a good beer. I still think I'm probably going to give it a good 8 out of 10. I would definitely have it again. I wouldn't particularly want to go brew my own or seek it out hugely. But it's really nice, and it's certainly a surprise. So if you're fancying something a little bit different, because I wasn't expecting this at all, go pick up a Pepe Nero by Goose Island, because it's really good. It's really good, and it's very unusual. It's got that, it's a nice dark beer that's got a little bit of funk, a little bit of spice, a little bit of something to it, to elevate it, to change it, to make it something a little bit different from what you normally have. The stouts, the imperial stouts, the IPAs, the double IPAs, the pale ales, all the things that I usually drink and like to push it out and like to drink the sour beers, although I really kind of stick to Cantillon for some reason, but there's plenty more out there. This is a bit unusual, a bit different, and it is good. It is good. So please like, favourite, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think if you've tried this. I certainly think it's an interesting beer. Until the next beer reviews, cheers.